Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I'm going to tell you a story. When my youngest son was a toddler, we had gone to my mom's to rake leaves, and they had some cats there, and he played with the cats and played in the leaves. And it wasn't long after that he had this little round patch about the size of a 50-cent piece to a quarter of no hair. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my husband was out of town. And I called him up and I'm like, is this what ringworm looks like? And he's like, yeah, not happy. So, anyways, put some tea tree oil on it. That killed it. Like, it was amazing. You put it on there and it just, you could just see it. It's like, I think the whole outside turned this dark red, where it was growing. And it didn't take long, maybe a week of putting that on there. And he had no other, outbreaks or anything else like that. Great. We're done. 6 months down the road, he still had that bald spot. It was, the crazy thing was all his bangs kind of covered it up. It was just like under here, like right in here where his forehead started, and then but his bangs, his hair had covered it up. So that's why I didn't see it right away. But so 6 months later, he still is bald in that little circle spot. And I'm like, what is going on? This is so crazy, right? How come it's not growing back? So I talked to my mom and she's like, oh, maybe, she had heard somebody tried, olive oil, just rub olive oil in it every day and, the hair should grow back. Okay. So we did. So within 2 months, his hair was coming in pretty full again. And you can't tell he's ever had ringworm in his hair, thankfully. In thinking of that and thinking of our hair is kind of an extension of ourselves. It identifies us, whether it's bald or brown or blonde, or red or purple or pink, nowadays. It's an extension of us. A lot of people use it as an expression of themselves. And so it truly is. But what do you do when you're just normal? There's people who are bald when they're coming out of high school. Sometimes that's genetics. And I think genetics plays a huge part in hair growth, but I also think there's a lot more to it. Especially when, the US, we are just, we are the ghetto of the world, it seems like. But anyway, going down that road. Our food quality sucks. The water quality sucks. The air quality probably sucks, depending where you're at. All those pollutants and things like that, chemicals, they do damage internally. Your outer skin and hair and nails and everything suffers. I believe it's true. So genetics, what we put into ourselves, and, just the pollutants outside, so what we absorb, all play a factor on that. But what do we do? Age might play a factor. They say, going through menopause, or is it anopause? What is the men's one? There is a men's one, you guys. Look it up. But this is a thing. And so, age can play a factor. Stress can play a factor. You can actually get gray hair from stress, and then it goes away. I had gray hair in my 20s and just little strands. It's never amounted to much, but we'll talk about that later. And so, it's kind of like, what do we do? What can we do to boost our hair? I'm going to go back to the internal. You got to have good gut health. You got to have, a good diet. Anyway, okay. Today we're starting the hair series. It's going to be lots of products, lots of talking, and I hope you get something out of it. Even something, even one thing out of it. Three things: dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out the first of the hair videos. Okay, we are going to talk about hair rinses today. And while you watch me make a couple vinegar hair rinses, and I will post the recipes at the end of the video, we are going to talk about your hair health. What contributes to our hair's health? Well, age and diet, of course, unhealthy lifestyle choices, digestive issues. I swear that's a big one. Genetics is huge. We can talk about genetics another day. Damaging hairstyles. And that's like, when you use chemicals like a perm or hair color, that are hair colors that are harsh. Environmental issues, that's a big one. Stress, and the hair products we put on our hair just for everyday use. So, since we are doing the vinegar rinses, let's talk about some different herbs that you could use in these vinegars, or just good herbs for hair. You have, of course, rosemary, but there's also godacola, horsetail, which is also called shave grass, which is high in silica. Nettle, stinging nettle, is full of nutrients. Sea buckthorn is a really big one. Hibiscus adds shine, structure, and helps with frizz. Alma powder, peppermint. Fenugreek and marshmallow root kind of have the same soothing and helping with damaged hair. They make a slick finish to products. Fenugreek has the maple syrup scent. So one of these times I'm going to put that in my vinegar. Ashwagandha can help with damaged hair. Orange peel, fine blended, can act as a scrub. And lemon is an astringent and helps with clarifying hair. Chamomile, aloe leaf, and also green tea. Green tea can actually stimulate hair growth and helps with the overall health of hair. There are other items that you can use topically or take as a supplement, and a lot of these products, you get more bang for your buck if you take them as a supplement versus putting them on. There are some people who don't believe biotin has any hair benefits when it's added topically versus taken internally. And so that is something to be thought of, to think about when you're searching for products. Maybe it's just label appeal. Some of these products are the MSM, B vitamins, which include biotin, diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is like an awesome hidden thing. It's great for lice. You can use it as a dry shampoo. It has a massive amount of silica, just like the horsetail does. And you could actually, okay, so not here or there, but you could actually use it as a face wash. Beeswax. I'm going to link an article below. It moisturizes, helps split ends, improves the condition of hair. Do not use it daily, and misuse of it can actually clog the hair follicles. So you want to make sure you're using it properly. There's a lot of products that actually do contain beeswax that are hair products. Tallow. Oh, tallow. Let's sing the praises of tallow. You can use this for flyaways. Like if I don't have lotion in my purse and I have my tallow, I will use it if my hair kind of starts to get frizzy. But it's a great overnight leave-in conditioner for your ends. However, put it in a little earlier so it has time to soak in, so you're not just, soaking it up on your pillow. Eggs and avocados make great hair masks for hair. Vinegar rinses, whether herbal or just plain vinegar, apple cider vinegar, not only help with pH, it also helps with sealing the hair shaft itself and helps rinse away the soap product that you have used on your hair. Help rinse it away cleaner. But collagen, kelp, now your vitamins C, D, E, and A make for healthier hair. Hair cuticles really need 3 things: protein, iron, and zinc. And aside from all the vitamins and minerals, it needs those 3 things. And the protein is huge to make a healthy hair follicle. Okay, talking about hair rinses themselves, a good pH adjuster is vinegar right off the bat. If you're going to rinse your hair after you wash it, cold water. Rinse in cold water. It actually seals the hair cuticle. That's the outer strand that protects the inner layers. A healthy one is smooth and flat. Rinses are used after you wash and condition your hair. They're not necessarily for the scalp. It's more about getting them on the hair itself. So, a couple interesting ones are rice water with hibiscus. So I would assume you boil your rice, and if you strain off the water, that's what they mean by rice water? Or can you actually buy a rice water? I don't know, but I thought that was interesting. The other one is onion juice, literally onion juice. Soak the onions in water, kind of like that cough thing, and pour it over your hair. I don't know if I'm going to try that one. Another option is any herbal tea made into a decoction, which is a strong tea. Rosemary is great for darker hair. Chamomile is great for lighter hair. If you're going to use it daily, it will lighten your hair. You want a quarter of a cup of the herb and 2 cups of the boiling water and steep 10 to 15 minutes or overnight. And you just, pour it over your hair. My real problem with this is that herbs are expensive, right? If you grow them yourself, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're buying them, maybe not the best way to go about, rinsing your hair. Vinegar rinses are my favorite thing to do. That is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? That is like just minutes and it's already pink. That one will color your hair slightly. Just warning you right now. You can put them in a spray bottle and do not add no more than 30% water. Okay? Or you're going to have problems. Vinegar rinses are really nice because I love them. They make my hair feel so soft and clean. You could actually use beer also, but got flat beer. There's one way to get rid of it. Or put it in soap. But you basically just blend, mix it up, pour your vinegar, let it set for 2 weeks, and then strain it. Okay? Now, the hibiscus one, the first one I did, you can actually strain that after 1 week, add another shot, fill up the jar with another load of vinegar, and steep it for another week or 2. You will get 2 rounds of vinegar out of those herbs, if not more. But I love it. It's my absolute favorite vinegar to use on my hair. You can also add essential oils to the vinegar. Just make sure you shake it well before you use it. You can also add extracts, water-based extracts. I guess you could add, if you're doing essential oils, you could add your oil-based extracts. Sea buckthorn, ginseng. New Directions has a ton of them. New Directions Aromatics, I think that's the name of the company. They have a ton of them for hair that would be just great to put in there. If you have dry hair, it needs less vinegar than oily hair. And the recommendations are 1 to 2 times a month. I do mine 1 to 2 times a week. That's just how it works out. 1 to 4 tablespoons per 8 ounces of water, and massage into your hair. Let it set a minute. And the question is to rinse or not to rinse it out. It's totally preference here. You will not smell like vinegar the rest of the day. Once the vinegar once your hair dries, the vinegar smell does go away. Personally, I do about 2 tablespoons. I keep this 32-ounce plastic container in my shower. It's just like I can't remember what it's from, but I put about 2 tablespoons in there and 32 ounces of water, and then I slowly pour it over my hair, okay? And I usually don't rinse it out, okay? I usually don't. I guess if you're using, like, if you have darker hair and you're using chamomile, maybe it is better to rinse it and not let it sit on your hair unless you want those, interesting properties. But that's really, really, hair rinsing is important. Like I said, cold water seals that shaft. And if you're going to rinse after your vinegar rinse, definitely rinse with cold water, or use the cold water mixed with the vinegar and rinse your hair. But look at those beauties. That one is beautiful. And the marshmallow root added to these vinegars, does give it this nice slick, almost conditioning feel. Here are the 2 recipes that I made today. Just remember it was a quart jar with just the regular white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar or whichever one you like. Here is our beautiful hibiscus vinegar rinse. And here are both of them together. They've been infusing about a week. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.